Claudia Schiffer was the ultimate 1990s supermodel, the timeless blonde bombshell who reigned over the runways of Paris, Milan, and New York Fashion Week, and graced the covers of Vogue, Elle, and Harper's Bazaar more than 1,000 times. With her iconic beauty, German roots, and resemblance to Brigitte Bardot, she became the face of Chanel, Guess Jeans, and Versace, turning fashion into a global phenomenon. On Retro and Beyond, we take you behind the scenes of Claudia Schiffer's modeling career, exploring her rise to fame during the supermodel era of the 80s and 90s, her legendary photo shoots, catwalks, and glamorous relationships. Discover how she helped define the era of Linda Evangelista, Naomi Campbell, Cindy Crawford, and Christy Turlington, and what set her apart as a symbol of elegance and high fashion. Whether you remember her dazzling appearances in 90s fashion ads, her role in Richie Rich, or her unforgettable perfume campaigns, this deep dive into Claudia Schiffer's life is packed with vintage fashion trivia, runway secrets, and celebrity gossip that every retro fan will love. In the 1990s, she was everywhere. The golden hair, the ice blue eyes, that pout, that walk, that aura. Claudia Schiffer didn't just model. She redefined what it meant to be a supermodel. But behind the image was a woman who turned fashion into empire, seduction into sophistication, and herself into a timeless icon. Stay on, because in this tribute, we'll uncover the secrets behind her most famous photo shoots, the men who chased her, and the one detail about her beauty that shocked photographers around the world. Claudia Maria Schiffer was born in Rheinberg, West Germany, in 1970. A shy girl from a conservative Catholic family, she dreamed of becoming a lawyer, not a lingerie goddess. But fate had other plans. At 17, she was spotted at a nightclub in Dusseldorf by a modeling scout. Within weeks, she was flown to Paris. Within months, she was the face of Guess Jeans. Stay on to see how that one campaign launched the era of the supermodel and made her the new Brigitte Bardot. Those black and white Guess ads? You remember them. Back-arched, pouty-lipped, jeans hugging her like paint. Claudia Schiffer didn't just wear denim, she romanced it. Photographer Ellen von Unwerth called her an unrepeatable face. The pout, the cheekbones, the mystery in her stare. Guess sales tripled in just 2 years, and Claudia became the highest-paid model in the world. But did you know she almost quit modeling after her first Paris shoot? Claudia graced the cover of over 1,000 magazines, from Vogue to Cosmopolitan, Elle to Harper's Bazaar. Her face was everywhere: billboards, makeup ads, high fashion spreads. But there was something about her that stood apart. She wasn't just beautiful, she was precise, perfectly sculpted, almost too flawless. Karl Lagerfeld once said, "She is like a modern-day Grace Kelly, but with edge." One top makeup artist confessed her skin tone was so perfect, we used foundation to tone her down. Claudia became the world's blonde obsession. She was ice and fire, regal and raw. While Naomi Campbell was fierce and Cindy Crawford was sultry, Claudia was untouchable. The kind of woman who made you nervous to approach, but desperate to try. Stay on, because later, we'll reveal why a major movie studio begged her to play a Bond girl and why she walked away. Gianni Versace, Valentino, Chanel, Dior. If you didn't have Claudia on your catwalk in the 90s, you didn't matter. Her walk? Floaty but firm. Her stare? Straight into your soul. And the dresses? They clung to her like silk on champagne. In Milan, Paris, New York, photographers would fight for her runway entrance. The flashbulbs weren't just lighting her, they were chasing her. Claudia didn't date around, but when she did, the world knew. She dated illusionist David Copperfield in a relationship that stunned the tabloids. They were engaged. He called her his dream girl. Some said it was a publicity stunt. Others said he was simply under her spell. Stay on to hear what Claudia herself finally said about that mysterious breakup and what she did next that shocked the fashion world. In the late 90s, Claudia did the unthinkable. She walked away. While many supermodels chased more fame, she built her own brand. She appeared in films, launched clothing lines, and worked with UNICEF and child welfare charities. She even turned down a Playboy shoot. Twice. Because for Claudia, elegance was always greater than exposure. One executive said, she could have been the next Marilyn, but she chose to be the next Heidi Klum, with class. In 2002, Claudia married film director Matthew Vaughn, of X-Men and Kingsman fame. They now live in England with 3 children, far from the cameras. She rarely gives interviews, but when she does, she reminds us, being beautiful fades, being centered doesn't. Her Instagram today? Modest, soft, and unbranded, a goddess who stepped down from Olympus and found peace. Claudia's legacy is simple. She didn't need scandals. She didn't need reinventions. She didn't even need to try. She simply was. And here's what most don't know. Claudia Schiffer refused to Photoshop her later fashion campaigns. She wanted women to age proudly, gracefully, and honestly. That's power. That's style. That's Claudia. So here's to Claudia Schiffer, the queen of cool, the blonde that launched a million stares, the woman who conquered the world with a whisper, not a scream. From Guess jeans to Chanel gowns, from Paris runways to family life in the countryside, she showed us that beauty isn't about chasing attention. It's about holding it without ever asking. Claudia Schiffer, still untouchable, still unforgettable. What was your favorite memory during Claudia's heydays?